Welcome to Drunk Bible Study. This show's mission is to read every single word of the greatest story ever told. A warning to our listeners, the hosts of this show are sinners, but they're doing their best. There will be drinking and there may be some swears. They did say they'd try to keep it clean, but I wouldn't put my money on it.
I'm Emily, and this is Drunk Bible Study, where my good friends Dedeker and Jace teach me, a born and raised atheist, all about the Bible. So Dedeker and Jace, how are you doing today?
We're doing well. I mean, I'm doing well. I guess I can't speak for both of us. I'm doing well, except that I've been sitting at a computer, staring at computer code, trying to get something to work all day at work, and I'm very excited to now be home and ready to just read the Bible and chill. You know how, like, you ever get that feeling of like,
chill and read the Bible.
I just want to come home and read the Bible and relax, you know?
Did you get the thing to work or no?
I got the start of it to work, so I'm excited to pick it back up tomorrow.
Okay, well, that's good. And Dedeker, how are you today?
Well, I'm just sweating.
But
I'm just sitting here sweating.
Are you sweating to the oldies?
Oh, don't I wish? I really, honestly, as much as I love reading the Bible with the three of us,
I am two people. Yes.
If I had the option of sweating to the oldies with, what's that guy's name?
Yeah, what was that?
I don't even know what either of you were talking about.
Richard Simmons.
Richard Simmons, yes. Oh, wow, I'm surprised that slipped my mind. If I was invited to sweat to some oldies with Richard Simmons right now, I probably would take him up on it because I'm basically halfway there.
Now, what if we invited him this summer to sweat to the oldies with us? Because isn't the Bible the oldest of the oldies?
Oh, that's true. That is true. You do have a point there.
Isn't the, like, what is it, the Hombrick Code? What is it? What's the
Code of Hammurabi?
Yeah, that's the one. Hombrick.
What's Hombrick? Where did that word come from?
I don't know. I was searching for a Code of Hammurabi and I didn't say that. So, anyways, isn't that older than the Bible?
Maybe. I don't know.
I thought we determined they were kind of similar in age. Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, there's some similarities, at least as far as how certain laws are codified. There's certain laws that show up in both texts, from what I believe.
All right.
I understand, yeah. Do y'all remember what we read last time, speaking of texts?
It was the same thing over and over and over again about... What? I don't know. It was some sort of numbered thing.
We read it 12 different times. Come on.
I know, seriously. But we read it 12 different times in a couple different translations. And it was very funny, but I forget, like, specifically what it was about.
So
I don't know. It wasn't anything interesting.
It was the standardized sacrifice that was being brought by all the different 12 tribes of Israel.
Yeah, their offering that they brought to Moses.
There were, like, sheeps, and there were ladles with incense in them, and platters.
Golden plates.
Yeah, all those things. 12 times over.
Cool. Yeah, and that was it. And then we read some, like, really ridiculous translations and got a little inebriated while doing it, and it was a fun time.
It was a fun time.
Well,
speaking
speaking of getting inebriated.
Yes, indeed. What are we drinking today?
Well, I'm back to the old classics here with some Bullet Rye whiskey.
Sounds about right.
Just with a little bit of ice, and I'm just gonna get wild.
And I'm being #basic and having a lovely crisp glass of rosé because it's summertime and it's officially hot outside.
It is.
It was like 90 today or worse.
Okay. Speaking of it being hot outside, I'm not drinking today, and I will tell you why.
Is that why?
No. Well, it's part of the reason why. No. Okay. So I'm in San Francisco right now. And what I like to do when I'm in San Francisco is I like to go to the Buena Vista Cafe, which is world famous for its Irish coffees. So I got my Irish coffee. It was great. And then the bartender was like, "You want another one?" And I was like, "No, actually, I think I'm a little worried about that being too much coffee, to be quite honest." And he was like, "We got decaf." And so I was like, "All right." serve it up. And that's how I had 2 Irish coffees in the span of 15 minutes. And then
Wait, okay, so you're like, we're shooting these coffees back. Okay.
Jeez.
then walked outside for a number of hours. And right now in San Francisco, it's literally 97 degrees. And for all y'all that don't know about San Francisco, for San Francisco to be 97 degrees, it is an abomination. This city should
'cause it's so
never be
humid?
that warm. No, it should never be that warm. Like
It's
Mark
just-
Twain very famously said that the coldest winter of his life was a summer he spent in San Francisco. That is the weather that is supposed to be here. It is not supposed to be 97 freaking degrees after you've had 2 Irish coffees and you're walking down the street and get sunburned. And
So
I am a husk. I am dripping in sweat. I am dehydrated. And so I decided,
And
okay,
highly irritable.
Yes, I front loaded my drinking today. I'm just going to sit here and hydrate and probably still be cranky, but that's what I'm doing today.
So
all right,
the
fair,
usual, basically.
fair.
The usual, but yes.
Yeah,
Fine.
as I said to Jace before the show started, you get off drinking more than either of us do. I think that just, I mean,
You mean I
Jason
skip
and
out on drinking more often than the two of you
correct.
do?
Yeah, sorry, get off on drinking sounds like
Yeah.
something sexual,
Oh,
which is not what
whatever.
I meant, but
Whatever.
yeah.
I got boundaries. I don't got to sucome to peer pressure. It's
Yeah,
cool
no,
to
I
say
mean,
no
that's
to
fine.
alcohol sometimes, kids.
Jason and I just enable each other.
I
Yeah,
know.
that's
That-
true.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Like,
Deb,
you having a
it's-
beer? Oh,
Oh yeah,
well then,
obviously.
by all means. I guess that means I will too. Yeah.
Yeah, we're usually like, if we're together, it's like, I was thinking about maybe having a drink, but I don't know about you. And it's like, oh, if you're having one, I'll have one. Sure, yeah.
Yeah. It's
Yep.
about right.
Well, I'm trying to listen to my body in the way I did not listen to my body this morning.
Yeah.
good
well,
for you,
as they
Dedeker.
say, the body keeps score of how many drinks you've had.
Exactly. Oh, my
I
body
suppose it
feels
does.
that score right now, let me tell you.
Well, I'm having. Yes, I already said it. This
You already
Dark
told
Roast
us. Are you drunk already?
No, I'm not. I just figured you alphaed me and already went, but you
Oh,
didn't. So
My goodness. Can we please start reading the Bible before
Yeah,
I blow my
okay.
freaking top?
okay. What are we reading today?
Today, we are reading Numbers 8, 9, and 10. We're finally, this is the first time in Numbers that we're going to be reading 3 chapters.
Wow.
'cause
We're
they've
not gonna
all
have to,
been
like-
these really long ones. So
Yeah,
I'm expecting all action all the time.
I hope so. We got to get to it. All right.
Emily's going to start us out. So I just want to remind everyone, as we get into the reading, to read responsibly and drink responsibly.
You can drink along with us, or you can listen while you're in the car.
But please do not do both at the same time. That's illegal. And now, Numbers 8. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Speak to Aaron and tell him, when you light the lamps, the 7 lamps shall give light in front of the lampstand."
How
How could it not?
yeah.
I don't know.
Sure, God's sort of setting the stage. It's like,
Well, and he's talking
picture
about the
this.
menorah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The lamp, I guess. I mean, it's got the 7 lights, so it's got to be the lamp in the tabernacle.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay. Aaron did so. Good man, Aaron. He lit its lamps to light the area in front of the lampstand as Yahweh commanded Moses. This was the workmanship of the lampstand, beaten work of gold. So, okay, does God tell Moses to do things, but Moses doesn't ever do them himself? He just tells Aaron to do everything? So,
It
like,
seems that
Moses
way.
doesn't, like, lift a finger for anyone.
Well, Moses started out lifting a lot of fingers because it was a lot of like, here, check out my staff that's going to be a snake, and check out my weird hand that's going to turn into a gross hand and then back to a normal hand.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
check out this, like, these rivers turning into blood and stuff like that. So Moses definitely did a lot of work up front, and I think now he's just
So he
the
did his
messenger.
time.
Yeah. It's like, I've earned this. Aaron, go do this stuff for me.
All right, fine. Well, that makes sense. From its base to its flowers, it was beaten work, according to the pattern which Yahweh had shown Moses. So he made the lampstand.
He
Wait,
didn't
so maybe
make it.
Moses made it?
He didn't make it. This was very clearly spelled out earlier about the craftsmen from the various tribes that were given
Look
the
at
gifts of
Jesus,
being
like,
good
how
craftsmen.
dare you?
Yeah.
Moses didn't do anything, okay? All right, yeah, well, he probably told them how to make it.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Yahweh showed. It's kind of a weird game of telephone where Yahweh's like,
I know. That's what
"Here's-
I'm saying.
Here's the pattern, Moses. And Moses has to then go relate this somehow to these builders.
Yeah, it's like pound it out like this, okay?
Yeah.
It says it was a beaten work.
I know.
So
Yeah.
I like it.
Pound it
all
out.
right, indeed. Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Take the Levites from among the children of Israel and cleanse them.
Yeah.
Thus shall you do to them to cleanse them. Sprinkle the water of cleansing on them. Let them shave their whole bodies with a razor."
Whoa! Can you imagine? Also, back in the day when you didn't
No.
have like a freaking like Gillette
Yeah.
What is
or
a
whatever
freaking
to shave
razor
your whole
back
body,
then?
maybe a stone. You could make razors.
God, okay, they had knives.
Shave their whole body with a freaking stone?
They had
We're not in the
knives,
Dark
come
Age
on.
aesthetic, all right? We're not in like, like woolly mammoth time.
I guess if they do have this, like smelted metal and stuff, then
Yeah.
yes, you could make a razor. Okay.
You just smash some rocks together until it ends up sharp. And
Hey man,
you scrape it
obsidian,
on your
dude.
body.
Arrowheads and stuff like that.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
are there such things around there? I don't know. Okay.
Well, okay.
So
regardless,
anyways,
it was not a smooth shave. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, there's a lot of razor burn involved here. Yikes. It's not going to be pretty, but anyways. So shave their whole bodies with a razor, any razor, and let them wash their clothes and cleanse themselves. It's probably also not very sanitary. Probably multiple people were using the same razor. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Anyways.
probably. I guess they probably didn't really get the sense of bloodborne diseases. Maybe.
Nah, that wasn't
I
a
don't
thing
know.
back then that they thought of. Then let them take a young bull and its meal offering, fine flour mixed with oil, and another young bull you shall take for a sin offering. You shall present the Levites before the tent of meeting.
Squeaky clean Levites.
Yep. Squeaky clean and completely like seals without any hair whatsoever.
They can slide right through the water.
Indeed.
Frickin' Michael Phelps of the Israelites.
You shall assemble the whole congregation of the children of Israel. You shall present the Levites before Yahweh. The children of Israel shall lay their hands on the Levites
On their
and
smooth,
Aaron
smooth bodies.
indeed like push
Like a
them
baby's
forward.
bottom.
Yeah.
Exactly. Oil them up. And Aaron shall offer the Levites before Yahweh for a wave offering on behalf of the children of Israel, that it may be theirs to do the service of Yahweh.
Wait, I'm sorry. He's now offering all of the Levites as a wave offering?
Oh man.
Are they
There's
gonna
like
pick
some
them up
straight up
and
like
each of
championship
them and wave them
cheerleading
about?
moves here
Wow.
of building a human pyramid so that someone can stand on top and kind of pass some Levites around. That's what I'm envisioning.
Oh, see, I was picturing like okay, a couple people have got to be like standing there with their arms interlocked, and the Levites one by one run, jump, and like land on their stomach on the people's
they're just
arms
kinda,
outstretched,
like,
and they
crowd
wave them
surfing?
back and forth. They wave them back and forth, and then they toss them forward to Yahweh, and then the next one.
Or maybe it's
comes
one of
and
those things
jumps.
like where like 10 people get in a circle and like spread a blanket in between and they just kind
Oh,
of
I like that.
Oh, they do like a
heave.
parachute
Oh,
thing.
Yeah,
yeah. Oh, I
just kind
like
of
that a
throw some
lot.
Levites, toss them around like popcorn.
Yeah, just wave those Levites around.
Popcorn sounds good. Okay. So Aaron shall offer the Levites before Yahweh for a wave offering on behalf of the children of Israel, that it may be theirs to do the service of Yahweh. The Levites shall lay their hands on the heads of the bulls, and you shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering to Yahweh, to make atonement for the Levites.
Oh, I think this is kind of continuous from the last thing, where like each day when they bring all the offerings.
Oh, but
that-
I see, but the Levites didn't bring the offerings that we mentioned last time. This is what the
So-
Levites have to do.
This is what they
Right.
have to do? Okay.
That's okay. That's
okay.
why we divided Joseph in half.
What, did
I
we?
mean, well, like of the 12 tribes that came, one was each of Joseph's two kids' tribes, rather than Joseph just having one, because Levi is not included in that. I didn't realize that at the time.
Yeah.
Because there's like
But
the
that
12
makes
the
sense.
12 tribes of Israel were the 12 sons of Jacob. But then the Levites weren't counted in that, but we still had 12, and that's because we have Manasseh and what's the other one?
Ephraim and
yeah.
Manasseh, yeah.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense. So you shall set the Levites before Aaron, and before his sons, and offer them as a wave offering to Yahweh. Yeah, we got that. Thus you shall separate the Levites from among the children of Israel, and the Levites shall be mine.
Whoa.
After that, the Levites shall go in to do the service of the tent of meeting, and you shall cleanse them and offer them as a wave offering.
How many times do they have to be cleansed, and how many times do they got to be waved around? Jeez.
I mean, these people have to be so squeaky clean. I can't even.
So motion
Okay.
sick at this point.
Let me just.
I'm sure.
I just looked this up in the Message Bible to be like, is there any more clarity to be gained about this whole offer them as a wave offering? It's literally, and then have the Levites stand in front of Aaron and his sons and present them as a wave offering to God. Even the Message Bible is like, I don't know. I don't know.
They're doing it again.
They're like after
They're
that
doing
last
it
chapter,
again.
they're like, we can't.
Okay.
I can't even
Yeah.
give up.
Yeah.
This is what
No
it
one's
says.
gonna read this anyway.
Yeah.
I want to look up for the bonus content how one does a wave offering with multiple people.
Okay.
Like with a bunch
Yeah.
of people. Like how do
All
you...
right, we'll make a note of that.
Okay.
Okay.
So, for they are wholly given to me from among the children of Israel, instead of all who open the womb, even the firstborn of all the children of Israel, I have taken them to me. For all the firstborn among the children of Israel are mine, both man and animal. On the day that I struck all the firstborn in the land of Egypt, I sanctified them for myself. I have taken the Levites instead of all the firstborn among the children of Israel. I thought that was like a one and done thing that he did with frickin' Egypt, but it sounds like he kind of dangles that over everyone's head. He's like, but I could do it again to all y'all. You know?
Basically, I think it's like there's a lot of reminding them of like, I freed you from slavery in Egypt.
But I
led
could
you out of
enslave you.
Egypt. I killed all these Egyptian firstborns. I could do it to you too. There's a lot of reminders.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, yikes. Yeah. So I have given the Levites. Did I just read this?
I don't know. It's all so
either.
similar.
I don't think so. I don't think you have.
Yeah, no, you're on verse 19. Yeah.
Okay, cool. I have given the Levites as a gift to Aaron and to his sons from among the children of Israel to do the service of the children of Israel in the tent of meeting and to make atonement for the children of Israel, that there be no plague among the children of Israel when the children of Israel come near to the sanctuary.
Gosh.
Thus did Moses and Aaron and all the congregation of the children of Israel to the Levites. According to all that Yahweh commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so the children of Israel did to them. The Levites purified themselves from sin, and they washed their clothes. And Aaron offered them for a wave offering before Yahweh, and Aaron made atonement to them for them to cleanse them. After that, the Levites went in to do their service in the tent of meeting before Aaron and before his sons, as Yahweh had commanded Moses concerning the Levites, so they did to them.
You know what I just realized?
Who wrote this? Yes?
I just realized this is like a high school essay format.
Yes, exactly.
It's like
you're right.
exposition
It's
is like, I'm going to tell you what's
Yeah.
going to happen, and that's that Moses and Aaron and all the congregation did what they said they were going to do.
And then
to
I'm
the
going to tell you
Levites.
that we did it
And then I give
75
you
more times.
I give you a few, like 3 details about how it happened. Right? They purified themselves from sin. They made atonement for them to cleanse them, and then they went in to do their service. And then I'm going to close by telling you what they did, which was they did what they said they were going to do.
wow.
Like I said, like what 5th grader wrote this? Okay. 24?
23.
25?
Yeah.
Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "This is that which belongs to the Levites. From 25 years old and upward they shall go in to wait on the service in the work of the tent of meeting. And from the age of 50 years they shall cease waiting on the work and shall serve no more, but shall minister with their brothers in the tent of meeting to keep the charge and shall do no service. Thus shall you do to the Levites concerning their duties."
All right, so just
from-
25 to 50, then we retire at 50.
Wow, so 25 years, that's it. And then besides that, you're like, good.
And
That's
that,
not
like,
a bad
Yeah, but-
gig.
You probably
not a bad
died at
gig.
40, honestly.
Well, that's true.
right,
but
fine.
think about all this bonus time you get from when you're, 18 or whatever to 25, where everyone else is like
Seriously.
in the military or whatever, and you're just like, no, I'm a Levite. I'm chilling. I'm like,
I'm taking, what is that? I'm taking 7 gap years to just like frolic and do whatever I want.
And I'm going to have a different wife for each one.
yeah. And you're like, I'm
Yeah.
like learning about how to wrap all the pieces of the tabernacle in sealskin.
Yeah, and honestly, like, I just feel like travel really is the best education. And so that's what I'm focusing on right now.
Yeah, because it's my birthright. I can do that. I have time.
Yeah.
You go like have fun with your whatever regular Joseph person.
Yeah. House of Reuben, whatever.
Yeah, ew.
Yeah, like we don't like get to own any property or things like that, but like really, it's like it is kind of a pain having to work out in the fields and like do actual manual labor in one's early years. So I mean, it's kind of pros and cons.
Yeah.
Pros and
All they
cons.
have to do is like light stuff and shave their bodies and be heaved and hoed.
Yeah, I think the hardest part is just keeping your body totally shaved.
Do they have to keep their body totally shaved all the time?
I don't know. That is an excellent question.
It does seem like that's just on the cleansing. But
Just on the
here's
cleansing
something.
day, okay.
Here's something I'm wondering though. Is
Okay.
so they talked about like they do this cleansing and then they go into the tent of meeting to like do their service. And it kind of made me wonder, like, is this something they do every year before they pick it up and move it? Or is this just a one-time thing and then everyone's good? Like,
Well, let's look it up.
how regularly does this happen?
For later.
I'm sure if this happens more than once, they will tell us again in great detail.
Of course they will.
That's my
course.
prediction.
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the next chapter, to Numbers 9.
Number 9.
9 times.
Yahweh spoke to Moses in the wilderness of Sinai in the first month of the second year after they had come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Moreover, let the children of Israel...
A month had gone by, but Yahweh's
Excuse
like,
me. Moreover.
Okay. Moreover, let the children of Israel keep the Passover in its appointed season. On the 14th day of this month, at evening, you shall keep it in its appointed season. According to all its statutes and according to all its ordinances, you shall keep it. Moses spoke to the children of Israel that they should keep the Passover. They kept the Passover in the first month, on the
that's
14th
good.
day of the month, at evening, in the wilderness of Sinai. Okay, so this is the second year after they've come out of Egypt.
right.
And
yeah.
so,
Wait, it's only been 2 years?
yeah, that is a little bit hard to believe.
I feel
Feels like we've
it's
been sitting
a
here reading for 6
long,
years already.
Long time.
But if you think about what they've done, it's been a year, and all they've done so far is build the tabernacle and figure out the arrangement that they need to camp around it.
I'm surprised that only took a year.
Oh, come on. A whole year where literally all of them, that's what they're doing.
Well,
Nobody's got no smartphone.
That's true. No one has
I don't-
podcasts to record. They just work all
That's
the time.
literally your only life's work is to build this
We-
tabernacle. So what else are you going to do?
we work all the time, but
That's
yes,
true,
we're
yeah.
not building a
And
tabernacle.
what do we have to show for it? Me sitting here reading the Bible. Okay. Let's see. Okay. According to all that Yahweh commanded Moses, so the children of Israel did. There were certain men who were unclean because of the dead body of a man.
Oh,
So that they could not keep the Passover on that day. And they came before Moses and before Aaron on that day. Those men said to him, We are unclean because of the dead body of a man.
some dead guy just showed up.
I know,
I touched him
there's no
accidentally.
details. It's just
Whoops.
like he just fell out of a tree onto
Yeah, exactly.
us while we were having a picnic, and it's really
It
bumming
was
us
most
out.
unfortunate.
Why are we kept back that we may not offer the offering of Yahweh in its appointed season among the children of Israel? Moses answered them, Wait, that I may hear what Yahweh will command concerning you. So Moses is like, hang on, let me check with the manager.
Yeah, basically.
Give me a second. I'm not at liberty to say. Can you hold on?
Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, Say to the children of Israel, if any man of you or of your generations is unclean by reason of a dead body or is on a journey far away, he shall still keep the Passover to Yahweh.
Oh.
In the second month, on the 14th day at evening, they shall keep it. They shall eat it with unleavened bread and bitter herbs. They shall leave none of it until the morning, nor break a bone of it. According to all the statute of the Passover, they shall keep it. But the man who is clean, and is not on a journey and fails to keep the Passover, that soul shall be cut off from his people.
Whoa.
Because he didn't offer the offering of Yahweh in its appointed season, that man shall bear his sin. If a foreigner lives among you and desires to keep the Passover to Yahweh, according to the statute of the Passover, and according to its ordinance, so shall he do. You shall have one statute, both for the sojourner and for him who is born in the land.
Okay, yeah.
Okay,
That's
so
a
it's-
common
yeah.
theme, yeah.
Yeah, so Yahweh's kind of like, even if you're unclean, it's okay. Still keep the Passover, just wait a month. I guess kind of wait this standardized amount of time for this to all pass. But
Okay.
if you are clean and at home and don't keep the Passover, then you're in trouble.
Wait, so that
And you're
that
cut
is
off.
on a different day
Yeah, in the second month. Was it?
instead
Yes.
of the first month?
Instead of the first month. Earlier they said that they kept the Passover in the first month, and he's like, do it in the second month if you're unclean. 'cause
I
a dead body
see. So
fell on
there's
you.
like in school, there's like a makeup day for when you had a snow day
Yeah,
or something.
basically.
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry.
Got it.
What is a snow day? I lived in Arizona.
I mean, growing up in Seattle, we honestly didn't have them very often either.
Yeah, I
but,
bet you didn't know.
But when we did, whoo boy, was it a deal. It was.
Was it a good deal because you have to do it on the back end?
You know what though? At the time, you're like, yeah, I'll take a day
Yeah,
later.
as a child, you're totally in the moment, right? So you're
Right.
just like, heck yes, it means I get to play video games all day, and you don't think about the fact that you do make it up.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
I get to like carry my sled that for some reason we have, even though it never snows. But
Wait,
we
did
have
you have a real sled?
Not a-
Or
you
just
know,
like,
little
did you have
plastic
one of those
sled.
like discs?
No, I had a real sled that could fit two people. I think we
Wow.
also later had a disc. The disc was cooler though, because like you'd sometimes go down backwards and like spin around and be like, whoa. But I would like take that with my brother and we would walk the like mile and a half over to the nearest friend's house in the snow. It was pretty awesome. It was worth making a day up at the end because those makeup days, you're all checked out by those
That's right,
anyway.
yeah, the teachers
Like-
are also checked out, and they're like,
BS
whatever.
Days. They're total BS days. It's like, we're going to watch a movie.
yeah, exactly.
All right.
Okay, so you get to do Passover again on Makeup Day.
Okay.
Cool.
Perfect.
On the day that the tabernacle was raised up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, even the tent of the testimony. And at evening it was over the tabernacle as it were the appearance of fire until morning.
Do you want to look up a translation of that?
Would love that. I
have
think
no
I get what
idea
it's saying.
what
I think it's
just-
saying that the cloud came down, but then at night it looked like fire.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see. The message says, the day the dwelling was set up, well, they call it the dwelling instead of the tabernacle. That's like
What?
capital, the dwelling, both capitalized.
It's like the dwelling of God.
Yeah. The day the dwelling was set up, the cloud covered the dwelling of the tent of testimony. From sunset until daybreak, it was over the dwelling. It looked like fire. So,
All right, yeah, there you
pretty
go.
much sums it up.
Okay.
Okay. So it was continually. The cloud covered it, and the appearance of fire by night. Whenever the cloud was taken up from over the tent, then after that the children of Israel journeyed, and in the place where the cloud remained, there the children of Israel encamped. So this idea that they're following this cloud, that is the presence of Yahweh. And when it moves, they move, and when it stops, they stop.
When
Yeah?
I move, you move.
Exactly. Jace, you look like you're looking at something.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to like piece this all together. So they're like chasing it. It doesn't follow them; they follow it.
No, they follow it.
Got
It's
it.
like a
It's
like a
God,
what?
right? It's
a
God.
pace car.
In Soviet Russia, cloud follows you. Wait, you followed cloud? I don't know.
Okay.
Well,
At the commandment of Yahweh, the children of Israel journeyed, and at the commandment of Yahweh, they encamped. As long as the cloud remained on the tabernacle, they remained encamped. When the cloud stayed on the tabernacle many days, then the children of Israel kept the charge of Yahweh and didn't travel. Sometimes the cloud was a few days on the tabernacle. Then, according to the commandment of Yahweh, they remained encamped. And according to the commandment of Yahweh, they journeyed.
So I'm assuming Yahweh is only talking to Moses and saying, like, stay.
No,
Go.
I think it's a big
Stay,
visual
go.
cue, right?
no,
It's
yeah,
just
it's
a big
cloud
visual
that looks
cue.
like fire.
Yeah. It's when it stays, you stay, and when it goes, you go. In case it sounds like maybe you're not understanding this, so I'm going to read these next verses that are going to repeat it at least
Okay,
3 more
great.
times and like many examples so that you finally understand it.
I'm
okay.
gonna pay close attention.
Okay. Pay really close attention. Okay. I'm also joking with you, Emily. Don't give me that face. It's improv, for heaven's sake. I know that you understand it. It's just that this text thinks that we, the reader, do not understand it and feels the need to repeat it 6 billion times. Okay?
The heat is making her sassier than normal.
It really is. Those coffees really got to her this morning.
Sometimes the cloud was from evening until morning, and when the cloud was taken up in the morning, they journeyed. Or by day and by night, when the cloud was taken up, they journeyed. Whether it was 2 days, or a month, or a year that the cloud encamped and didn't travel, but when it was taken up, they traveled. At the commandment of Yahweh, they encamped, and at the commandment of Yahweh, they journeyed. They kept the charge of Yahweh at the commandment of Yahweh by Moses.
So yes, it was Moses.
Understand that? You think? Can you repeat back to me what the deal was exactly with this cloud?
There was a cloud. They stayed. The cloud moved. They moved.
Very
The
good,
end.
Emily. Jace.
Well, okay, so here's my question,
Oh
though.
God.
Do you think though, like, really, does the cloud like move and they're like, shit, there it goes, we gotta follow it? Or do you think it's just like one day the cloud's not there and they're like, whoop, well, we better keep going until we find it again?
We gotta go find it.
Yeah.
Where are they
Maybe.
going?
I kinda think it's
Are
that
they going
second
in a
one.
circle? How fast do they go when they move? And why are they moving? Is this convenient? Why do they keep going somewhere? Where are they going?
Well, I think the meta plan here is that the Israelites are going to move into the land of Canaan and eventually conquer all of it. I think is the plan.
Yahweh
Because
did
it's like-
promise that earlier.
Yeah, the Lord's going to take them to the promised land, the land that's promised to them, which happens to already
Isn't
be
that a
occupied, but
song?
no matter.
All right, I guess I'm going to bring it home today with Numbers 10.
Yeah.
All right, so Yahweh spoke to Moses, saying, "Make you 2 trumpets of silver. Of beaten work shall you make them. And you shall use them for the calling of the congregation and for the journeying of the camps." Yes. "When they shall blow them, all the congregation shall gather themselves to you at the door of the tent of meeting." That's a lot of people.
It's a lot of people to gather
That's
just
what
with
I'm
2 trumpets.
saying. And it's like, that's what he's saying. Like, all of the people are in front of you and they're all doing X, Y, and Z thing.
Oh, check this out. This is kind of cool. Okay.
Oh, this is okay. Yeah.
If they blow but one, then the princes, the heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves to you.
So this is kind of like a Paul Revere situation. One if by land, 2 if by sea.
Okay, yeah, right.
What is she saying?
Paul Revere.
Yeah, I know the man, but
Do you?
We go way back.
I've heard of him. Yes, Paul Revere. But what about 1 if by land, 2 if by sea? And how does that have anything to do with this?
What do you know about Paul Revere? What do you know about this man that you know, Paul Revere?
He went somewhere.
He did.
And did something. It was something about the American Revolution, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He wasn't in Hamilton, okay? I don't know. He wasn't a character in Hamilton.
So there was this church where the idea being that like they would light these lamps in the church once they got information from their informants which way the British were going to be showing up, either by land or by sea. It was going to be 1 lantern if it was by land and 2 lanterns if it was by sea. And Paul Revere's job was to see that signal and then ride through the streets to let people know, hey, this is what's happening. I think that's the
Tell
story.
everyone?
And tell everyone,
Okay.
yes.
And then what were they supposed to do about it? They're like, well,
Well,
okay.
then that's where the Minutemen came in, which was like the civilian militia that gathered to fight off the British in the Revolutionary War. Children.
Sweet.
See, because I thought the story went, I had a little horsey named Paul Revere, just me and my horsey and a quart of beer. No?
No.
Paul Revere
Anyway,
wasn't the horse, he was the man.
Did anyone
I
get
will tell
the
you-
reference? No?
no,
Was
but I
that
will tell
from-
you, I'm having some
was-
regrets for making a comparison to Paul Revere.
It's the Beastie Boys. Come on.
Oh, no, we're not old enough for that.
Riding
Chase.
across the land, kicking up sand, sheriff's posse on my tail, cause I'm in demand. No?
Okay,
Really?
you need to go back to the
Really?
Bible. We're too young, Jace.
Yeah, Jace, we're too young, okay? We were born in the late 80s, okay?
Listeners, tweet at us with the rest of the lyrics to that song. That'd be great. All right, where did we go? Okay, yes. So if you blow but one, then the princes, the heads of the thousands of Israel, shall gather themselves to you. When you blow an alarm, the camps that lie on the east side shall take their journey. When you blow an alarm the second time, the camps that lay on the south side shall take their journey. You shall blow an alarm for their journeys. But
So it's just constantly just like burp, 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 burp.
I'm assuming there's a special signal for when it's an alarm and not,
yeah,
there's probably
probably.
different songs. Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah.
How did they even know how to play a trumpet?
Well, but they know how to make a razor, for God's sake.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm amazed that they know how to make a trumpet. They're like, he's like, make a trumpet, and they're like, yeah, no problem, we got this. Was a trumpet even around back then? Did
Yeah, I
did
think
the
Clearly.
like, okay, I
Did
think
Egyptians have trumpets just laying
Probably.
about, brass instruments? Really?
Okay, so I'm willing to bet probably the oldest instrument is probably the drum, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
it's just like you
well,
just
yeah,
like take your
sure.
hand, beat a hollow log, you got a drum, and then after that you start blowing into things, and then the trumpet's the natural next progression.
I'll take your word for it, Dedeker.
like conch shells and like shofars that are like the antelope horn. You just try blowing into things, and then stuff happens.
But he made this out of like silver, so
Yeah, so silversmithing gets involved, and then you make a fancier thing that you can blow into, obviously.
all right, I'll take your word for it. We may have to look up like the origin of the trumpet.
Yeah, that could-
was it actually around back then?
That could be a good one. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, but when the assembly is to be gathered together, you shall blow, but you shall not sound an alarm.
Okay, yeah, there has to be
what's
a difference.
the
in
difference?
sound.
Well,
Yeah,
so it's
what
like,
is the
you know,
Well, okay, a
difference?
blow's got to be like do, and the alarm has to be like do 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 do.
Yeah,
That's just the Japanese. Oh, no.
That's what the alarm is.
Okay. See, and I'm thinking that you're doing that like do do, and apparently this is a trombone instead of a trumpet because the trumpet couldn't do that. Music nerd. Moving on. When you go, oh nope, the sons of Aaron, the priests, shall blow the trumpets, and they shall be to you for a statute forever throughout your generations.
Is it
Okay.
only 2 trumpets?
He only said make 2 trumpets.
2 trumpets? Yeah.
They got to be
So
really loud trumpets.
which of Aaron's sons get to do this?
Maybe they trade off.
it
Are there
doesn't
only
s-
2 left?
It says any of them. It seems like any of them can blow the trumpets, but it has to be only them.
Yeah. How many are left? There's like 3 left, 4 left. I mean,
Something
I
like
don't know.
that,
How many
yeah.
did he have in the first place?
it's been a
2
year.
of them died, right?
It's been a year. He's probably had a bunch more.
Probably.
What?
You know.
Is he still virile?
Sure. It
course.
seems like these guys have babies forever.
What?
Seriously.
Okay. When you go to war in your land against the adversary who oppresses you, then you shall sound an alarm with the trumpets, and you shall be remembered before Yahweh your God, and you shall be saved from your enemies. Also, in the day of your gladness, and in your set feasts, and in the beginning of your months, you shall blow the trumpet over your burnt offerings, and over the sacrifices of your peace offerings. And they shall be to you for a memorial before your God. I am Yahweh your God. Drink.
Oh, it's been a while.
Yeah, I
wow.
know,
Jeez.
right? So
I was
there's-
almost forgetting that it was Yahweh.
yeah. There's clearly
you
a bunch
reminded
of
us.
I
different
wasn't.
a bunch of different signals and stuff like that. I'm going to tell you a tangent right now. When I was when I was in college, I did a January term where I did a capoeira intensive, which is
Wait, really?
yeah.
You were at music conservatory. What were you doing at a capoeira intensive?
There's music involved in capoeira.
There is. Well, that's
take
what
your
I was,
word for it.
That's what I was just about to get to, actually. So
okay. All right.
in capoeira, it's all like 2 music, because the idea is it originated in Africa, where the black Africans were
You mean
practicing.
Brazil?
No, actually, it comes from Africa originally, and then went to Brazil. Interestingly,
I see Dedeker looking that up
I
right
am.
now.
You gonna-
She doesn't
you gonna
believe
refute
you.
me?
It was developed by enslaved Africans in Brazil.
So capoeira was developed by Africans who were enslaved in Brazil, and what it was essentially it was a martial art that was disguised as a dance. And so it was always done to music, and there were these instruments. Anyway, we had a guy from Brazil who like came and taught this thing for this month of January. And aside from being incredibly sore for the whole month of January, also learned a little bit about playing the musical instruments that went along with it. And there were these specific like rhythms and melodies that you would play that were like the warning sign that the slave masters were coming. And that's when they would switch to being more like a dance and less like a martial art. And so that was something that, he taught us some of those things so that then as we're taking our turn playing the instruments, sometimes we would switch to that pattern, and that's the cue for whoever's actually like doing the capoeira in the middle, they would have to like switch to not doing the kicks and things and instead just to kind of looking like they're dancing. Anyway, it was really interesting, but it reminds me of this, of like musical cues that kind of, are the signal. So they must have had something like that.
Cool.
Okay, cool. Where did I leave off?
Verse 11.
Verse 11. It happened in the second year, in the second month, on the 20th day of the month, that's after the makeup day for snow, that the cloud was taken up from under the tent of testimony.
From over the tent, not under it.
Yep, you're totally right. From over the tent of testimony. It wouldn't make sense for it to be floating on a cloud. The children of Israel set forward according to their journeys out of the wilderness of Sinai, and the cloud abode in the wilderness of Paran.
Dude, this is like the most action we've gotten in several chapters.
Yeah.
Where it's like
Told you.
actual like subject verb, someone is doing a thing and not just tell the children of Israel blah 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 blah.
Yeah. No, this is great. I knew it was going to get action here soon.
Yeah, totally action-packed.
Yep. So,
There's horns blowing, it's all kicking off.
okay, how about if I read it like it's more action-packed?
Sure.
If you want.
They first took their journey according to the commandment of Yahweh by Moses. In the first place, the standard of the camp of the children of Judah set forward according to their hosts. Over his hosts, of course, was Nahshon the son of Aminadab.
Of course.
There's a mini dab, yes.
Yes.
Mini.
Over the host of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nethanel the son of Zuar. It's like reading Game of Thrones. It's like you're in action and then all of a sudden we take a break to like talk about who this person was and who they were the son of and whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Over the host of the tribe of the children of Issachar was Nethanel the son of Zuar. Over the host of the tribe of the children of Zebulun was
You
Eliab.
felt the need to repeat it, even
I know,
though
it was
it's already
good.
so repetitive.
And it was so good. Over the host of the children of Zebulun was Eliab, the son of Helon Musk. The tent was taken down. Oh, yeah, okay, here, action again, right? The tent was taken down, and the sons of Gershon and the sons of Merari, who bore the tent, set forward.
Ferrari.
Yes. The standard of the camp of Reuben set forward according to their hosts, and over this host was Elazar, the son of Shedeur. Over the host of the tribe of the children of Simeon was Shalumiel, the son of Zurishaddai.
It's like people, they're like wrestlers. Is how
That's
you
what I was
make it.
going
What is
for, yeah.
happening? Okay.
Like they're all, I imagine all of them doing their like really elaborate entrances with like the lighting effects and sound cues and choreography
Definitely.
and everything.
Definitely.
Love it.
Over the host of the tribe of the children of Gad was Elisaph, the son of Juel. The Kohathites set forward, bearing the sanctuary, and the others did set up the tent against their coming.
You're having a problem with prepositions today,
Well,
Chase.
they put little things in brackets. The others was
The
in brackets,
others.
and it threw me off. Anyway, I see. So the ones went forward first with the tent, and then they brought the sanctuary, so like the tent's there ready for them.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Okay.
This is like a freaking
Cool.
coordinated attack or escape.
What are they attacking?
They're just moving. They're not even attacking.
yeah,
We're not even to
exactly.
that level of action.
Talking
It's
about
literally
capoeira
just
and like all this
moving.
stuff, and I'm like, nothing's
We
happening.
gotta find that cloud. The cloud is over in the plains of whatever, Paran.
They don't know where the cloud is.
It's in Paran,
gotta find it.
apparently.
Okay,
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
The standard of the camp of the children of Ephraim set forward according to their hosts. And over his hosts was Elishama, the son of Amihud. Over the host of the tribe of the children of Manasseh was Gamaliel, the son of Pedahzur, unfortunately. Over the hosts of the tribe of the children of Benjamin was Abidam, the son of Gideoni.
Gideon.
The standard of the camp of the children of Dan, which was the
Dan.
which was the rear word of all the camps.
What is a rear
Of course it
word?
would be Dan.
Rear ward.
Dan? The rear word, like your forward or your rear word.
A ward of the rear.
The rear word of all the camps, set forward according to their hosts. And over his host was Ahiezer, the son of Ammishaddai. Over the host of the tribe of the children of Asher was Pagiel, the son of Achran. Over the host of the tribe of the children of Naphtali was Ahira, the son of Enan. Not Musk. Thus were the travels of the children of Israel according to their hosts, and they set forward.
Okay, next beat in the story, please. Next piece of action.
Okay.
They are moving. Now what?
This is going to be nonstop
goodness.
action. I'm going to force
Okay.
this to be action, whether it is or not.
It's an action movie right now. Okay.
Moses said to Hobab,
Nah.
the son
Wait.
of Ruel.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Did I?
No, we're good. We're good.
Okay,
I
you
thought
got
you
lost.
would skipped it, but you didn't skip it.
Moses said to Hobab, the son of Ruel the Midianite, Moses' father-in-law, we are journeying to the place of which Yahweh said, I will give it to you. Come you with us, and we will do you good. What?
Will do you good, real good.
For Yahweh
Okay.
has spoken good concerning Israel.
What?
Okay, hang on.
Who wrote
There's
this?
there's no quotation marks. It's a little confusing who's saying what. So Moses is inviting Hobab along. Moses is like, hey, that place that Yahweh said he was going to give us, that's where we're going. We're going to that place. You should come with us to that place that Yahweh said was going to give us.
Yahweh
Does
has-
Hobab
good.
have a freaking choice?
Well, this is the thing. The Midianites they're not the Israelites. Because Moses married Zipporah, who is not an Israelite. But it seems like his
But
father-in-law
they're-
has been hanging out with him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This guy.
Yeah.
He's
So-
he's the son of Ruel the Midianite.
Yes. So it
Okay.
seems like they have the option of, if they want to split off from the Israelites, they probably could, because they were already a tribe before
Okay.
all this happened.
But why would they?
I don't know. Maybe they're sick of this stuff. You know?
I mean, I get it. They would be well within their right to be sick of it by this point.
Okay.
Okay.
So, and Yahweh spoke of it and it was good. Where did I leave off?
Verse 30.
30?
Verse 30. Okay. He said to him, I will not go.
Oh, see?
What?
He is. He's like, I'm sick of this. I'm leaving.
Wow. I mean, I get it.
Yeah. So Hobab says, I will not go, but I will depart to my own land and to my relatives.
Dang.
He said, I'm assuming this is Moses now, don't leave us, please,
Don't leave us, please.
because you know how we are to encamp in the wilderness, and you shall be to us instead of eyes.
What? So like is he kind of trying to say that you're gonna be like the scouts for us?
I guess
Or-
I gotta look this up.
Okay.
That's weird. That's weird. Ew.
Oh, yeah, okay. It seems to be something along those lines. So here we go. Message. It changes order every time I look it up. This list is never in the same order. It's sometimes
Gotta
alphabetical.
keep you on your toes.
It's sometimes alphabetical, starting in the middle of the alphabet, going to the end, and then starting back at the beginning. It's
Cool.
sometimes in reverse alphabetical. It's nuts. Okay. Message Bible says, Moses countered, don't leave us. You know all the best places to camp in the wilderness.
Wow.
We need your
Jeez.
I
eyes.
just need you for your camping skills.
Jeez, Moses.
At least
I
he's
see.
honest,
So
I
now this
guess.
conversation makes more sense. That Moses is like really trying to butter this guy up. Where he's
Yeah.
like, hey, dude, you got to come with us. We're going somewhere really sweet. Please, we really need you. Don't leave us. I promise it's going to be great. Please, just come with us.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
think Moses has developed good social skills.
Nah.
well. Moses never claimed to have them. Remember from the beginning, he's like,
You're right.
I-
You're absolutely right. I forgot.
yeah,
From the beginning, Moses just wanted to like settle in the desert with Zipporah and not do any of this.
yeah.
Oh, well, too bad. Too bad.
I see. So that's why he was like, Yahweh's spoken real good about this place. Like, I have a good source that says this place is awesome. You should come. And he's like, no. He's like, but really, though, we kind of need you to tell us where to go. It shall be, if you go with us, yes, it shall be that whatever good Yahweh shall do to us, the same we do to you. I love how he's bargaining
see.
here.
Yes.
He's like, well,
Like literally, this is written. It shall be if
And
you go with us,
honestly,
comma, yes.
Hobab is like, okay, Moses, you've gone several books and you haven't even given me a mention. You haven't even dropped my name once. And now the world is on
Seriously.
fire and you come to me to ask for help?
Oh my god.
is the world on fire or just this particular cloud?
Well, I imagine though, it's like literally you've given me no screen time in your story until I'm about to leave, and now you're like, we need you. Actually, you're very important.
Yeah, I guess so.
You sound like Brad Neely just then.
It's dream come true, baby.
Yeah. He's like, all right, I promise, like, whatever awesome stuff happens to us, we're going to do that for you too. They set forward from the Mount of Yahweh, 3 days' journey.
Okay, sorry. Hobab didn't even get a
Mount.
response. I imagine he was just like, well, okay, great. I guess I don't have a choice. Cool.
Haven't we all been in that situation with a friend where it's like, ugh, it's going to be easier for me to just go with you instead of continuing to tell you why I don't want to go?
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They set
Probably
forward.
how this podcast got started.
Awkward.
Wow.
No,
You know,
I'm just kidding. I didn't mean for that to be such an awkward bomb. Gosh.
I'll just take another
fine.
drink there.
She's just sassing back today. All right.
Really is. They set forward from the Mount of Yahweh 3 days' journey, and the Ark of the Covenant of Yahweh went before them 3 days' journey to seek out a resting place for them. The cloud...
Wait.
Yeah.
What? It's just funny that they put it that way. That the ark it was the ark just like gets up and is like, I'll
Went on a
go.
solo mish.
No, like the...
And it like glides along in the air and like figures out like where they're supposed to go.
Hey, man, maybe it was truly that magical. You don't know.
I don't.
true.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Like the aliens come with their tractor beam and like move it across, and
Exactly.
everyone's like, oh, we gotta pack up all the stuff that goes with it. Quick, go. The cloud of Yahweh was over them by day when they set forward from the camp. Now I'm confused. Did the cloud go somewhere else and they had to go find it, or was it
No,
over
the cloud
them?
stays with them and they follow it.
But then
I
what?
think the cloud is always visual. There is
Does
always
the cloud go before, after, during?
it goes in front of them. It's in front of them.
But this...
It's over them and in front of them.
Okay, great.
Okay, I'll take your word for it, Dedeker.
It's a very large cloud in my mind.
Okay, all right. I see. So
I
they see
it as
like
a small cloud.
tendrils of the cloud start moving away, and they're like, oh no, we
Yeah.
better go. Okay.
It's very spooky.
Got it. Okay. It happened when the ark set forward that Moses said, rise up, Yahweh.
Wait,
rise
what?
up, rise up. And let your enemies be scattered, and let those who hate you flee before you. When it rested, he said, return, Yahweh, to the 10,000s of the thousands of Israel.
That
I
didn't
didn't understand
go
any
as
of that.
planned,
What is Moses going on about? What is happening?
Moses, that wasn't quite as like impactful as I think you wanted it to be, but good try. Nice college try right there.
It does make me wonder about the like stuff we like a few episodes back in the bonus content we went into like the word thousands and what it might actually mean. The
Yeah.
10,000s of the thousands of Israel. It's possible one of those means what was the word we came up with that was the translation? It was like
It was like a battalion, because it was about the
battalions,
people who
yeah.
are in the military, something like that, or like the company, something like that.
I'm going to look up some other translations here.
Okay,
Let's see
what you got?
See what we got. I'm just going to read a bunch here. Return, O Lord, to the myriad thousands of Israel, to the thousand tens of thousands in Israel. The thousand tens
Okay.
of thousands. That's a lot if you think about it. The countless thousands is another option. The 10,000s. Countless thousands. Yeah. What do you got for us, message? You got something good? Okay, now this one's in backwards alphabetical order, starting from the middle, going to the beginning, and then starting back at the end again. What even? This is the wackiest website I've ever seen.
What
don't-
website?
This is Bible Study Tools.
Oh,
They're like
yes,
compare
of course.
translations tool, just like random orders each time. I don't know if it's like alphabetical order, by the second word of the translation or like what it is, but it's nuts. Many thousands. Yeah, no, that's it. No one translates it as battalions or whatever it was that we thought it might be. So I don't know.
Huh.
Okay, wow, amazing, kids. Well, okay, I feel good that there was actually some action. That feels nice. That feels refreshing. Things are happening. People are moving.
They're moving, at the very least.
I did get a little bit of intel on the Book of Numbers, and that's that I do know there is some action that happens, which we may be getting into now, which is cool. Don't worry, though. There will be another census coming up.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
Looking forward to it.
But I
Can't
think
wait.
Thank goodness.
probably for a few episodes, though, there is going to be some action. So that'll be interesting.
Awesome. Very
All right.
exciting. I wonder what's going to happen next time.
Yeah.
Indeed. And I guess we will all enjoy that action, that census, those numbers with you next time on Drunk Bible Study.
Thank you for joining us for Bible study today. If you want even more Drunk Bible Study, including bonus episodes, new series, guest interviews, and more, become one of our patrons at patreon.com/drunkbiblestudy. If you enjoy the show, take a moment to subscribe and then write us a nice review on iTunes or Stitcher, letting other people know what you like about it. Find us on Twitter at Drunk Bible Cast, on Instagram at Drunk Bible Study, or send us an email at info@drunkbiblestudy.com. Drunk Bible Study is created and produced by Emily Matlack, Dedeker Winston, and me, Jace Lindgren. Our theme song is Book Club by Josh and Anand from their album Home of the. The theme song for the Book of Numbers is Motivator by Kevin MacLeod. For more information, visit us at drunkbiblestudy.com.